Hello everyone, I'm Faded Oasis. Thank you for tuning into my stream here on twitch.tv/Faded Oasis or watching the VOD on youtube.com/at Faded Oasis. I have now gone live twice today. I was playing some Mario 64 earlier, but it's time for some Blueprints post game. So here's your spoiler warning. I am deep into post game of Blueprints, which is a puzzle game with discovering things being a major puzzle point. There's a whole lot that you need to learn about the game to be able to play the game. So if you want to be able to play this game, don't watch any blueprints. Go play it instead. That there's your warning. Hey Molly, how are you? Thanks for that first, and thanks for the lurk. Hope you enjoy it. Um, and let's just get to the game. What are we doing today? Oop. Um, we got we got 5 keys. But we've solved 4 of the sigils. We know. Do we know where 2 more of the keys are? Second is Loctite in the vault of a bank, so we need to find a vault key and find the vault. The 5th is held by a king on his throne. Still don't know. Still don't know where that is. And the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. I don't know where that is either. That might be the Mechanarium, but it's going to be a pain to get that. Hey Pug, how are you? Um, Last time, if I remember correctly, the game twice told us directly, here's a crafting recipe that you haven't done before. You should try this one. So I need to make a detector shovel. So that's a goal for today. Um, what else is there? I guess that's it. I have this list of what could possibly solve the sigils. But let's go day 40. That's as many as 4 10s. Um, that's terrible. Yes, it is. We also still need 1 microchip. No idea where that would be. We only have 45 steps. What happened? Where did we end? Hold on, stop. No, where's here? Where did we decide to end last time? Was it in the master bedroom or servants' quarters? It might have been in servants' quarters. Ooh, okay. We're down so many steps. We do have a reroll die and a key though, so that's cool. Let's go over here and find what outdoor room we've got. We can do shrine again. We don't currently have a shrine. $50/2 plus 20 from the orchard. I don't know. I don't know how it mathed it. Is the orchard plus 20? I thought it was plus 10. And then we got plus 10 from something else. I don't remember. Let's do shrine. We do have a lot of coins. Um, what's up? Do you seem angry or is that just like weird lighting? I guess it's just weird lighting. Let's do 31. 29. Let's do 29. Call it a day in a room in your house. You will have the opportunity to draft that room from the grounds on the following day. Draft that room from the grounds? Like here? Or wait. I don't understand. The opportunity to draft that room from the grounds the following day. Are different numbers different thing? I thought it was like you have higher chances of getting the better ones if you put in more coins. I didn't think it was 29 coins means you get a specific thing. Well, this is the outer room, so I don't know. I don't understand it. You could try doing 29 a different day, find out again? Yeah. Yeah, like I thought it was higher numbers of coins means better and longer. Like if I only put in one coin, I'd probably only get something that lasts 1 or 2 days. Watering can, all right off the bat. All right, so we're looking for conservatory, of course. We have rook, so we're gonna re-roll. Do we take parlor? Or do we re-roll? Let's take parlor here, and then we'll go to the other side. This box contains the gems. The blue box has a true statement. The empty boxes both have true statements. This is the only box that has... No, I guess the empty boxes both have true statements. I think these two have to be false. Because if the... Okay, so this is saying, one, there are two empty boxes, or there are two empty boxes, both are true statements. So two boxes must be true, and they're both the empty ones. So the false box has the gems. But that contradicts this. So blue has to be false, because if blue is true, then white is also true because of it. That would make this false. So according to its own box, it doesn't contain the gems, and according to the blue box, it does contain the gems. So that's a paradox. So blue can't be true. Blue is false. So then this is also false. So then this is true. This box contains the gems. Alright, I've drafted the den, but I don't want to go in yet because I want to go back to the other corner first. Get another gem just from walking through this room again. I'd like to go straight, but... Felt that one was tough, I didn't get it. If you assume the blue box is true, then the white box is true because the white box's statement was just the blue box is true. So those two are the true boxes, so then the black box is the false box. So the black box statement of this box contains the gems must be false. So, according to the black box, it doesn't contain the gems. The blue box said that the two true boxes are empty, which means the gems would have to be in the black box. But the black box is saying that the gems are not in the black box. Or the black box's false statement was that the gems were. So, blue and black, if blue is true, then blue and black contradict each other. So, blue must have been false, which means white, which just said the blue box is true, white must also be false. So those are the two false boxes. The black box's statement must be true, which was the gems are in this box. If I draft library or reading nook, that'll bring us to here. Library here, and then hopefully it goes this way, and then we can go find a three-way room. Right, anything else in here? No? Okay. Good, it is facing the left. We can apple. What book do we want to check out? I don't even know. Because we have that puzzle that I don't know if there's a problem with the puzzle or if the puzzle in A New Clue doesn't follow its own word. But I've taken out A New Clue like 4 or 5 times now. I've seen what it has to say. Let's look at the Guide to Reddington. We haven't seen that in a while. Alright, we're in the library. Where's the thing? No. 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 Oh, here it is. Give me everything here. Okay, we have... Oop. This is all the stuff that was in A New Clue. We don't care about the suspect list anymore, so we're here. Turn several library base. The only thing that has a base are like these, but they don't turn. Unless this is a language thing, which it might be. Where's my language? Arajan. I don't see anything for library. I don't see anything for any of those words, honestly. Turn several library base. There's nothing here. unless it's um, a word that homophone, a word that sounds similar, because the board did have that. For example, gate to gate. So now I'm thinking that the word's not library and the word is bed. Turn several bed base. Is it bed or beds? Beds. Turn several beds base. You're not seeing it. What could it sound like? Bed space? Several. Turns several. Turns every. All beds. Turn several bed space. I don't know what that could sound like. Now let's go upstairs. Unless we have to like complete the workshop. Because that's the last thing in here, right? This one big spot here. I guess stamp collection. What is... Wait. Oh, there's a... Oh, I don't have magnifying glass. I don't know what this says. Also, one more classroom. Okay. Alright, we wanted to go north and south, so none of these. I guess north or south with Dovecote, huh? Let's go south. What's up, birds? These letters have dates on them. You know what? New list of dates. 74. I'm just writing down every single date. Every date I find total. We're just going to try brute forcing everyone. Redraw. Attic is tempting. But I think I'd rather have conservatory. Study has that safe in it. Mailroom. We got a new letter and we haven't checked it. We're going mailroom. I think we got a new letter. I hope we got a new letter. We got a few? We had a few. As I've been running out of ideas of my own, yesterday I asked Kirk Darren if he had any additional security advice I could pass on. And to my surprise, he gave me an envelope and directed me to include it in my next correspondence to you. I did not ask him what it contained, so I'll be very curious to hear from you after this is over and find whether or not it was of any use. Unused memos. Okay, so that's not a safe code. The numbers 6, 7, and 9 do not appear in any of the fixed combinations of safes on the estate. That's huge. 6, 7, and 9. So I'm going to immediately erase the two dates I just wrote down because they happen in September of 74. Whoops. Actually, let's go back to our old list of dates and just cross out. Six, 7, or 9. So this one's not relevant. If it's 9, then it's never it's never a 4-digit year, so never like 1988, which is kind of big. 1987, 79, 56. Oh, 1952. Oh, so the... Alright, we've used this one. Seven, 9. Okay, so basically none of the notes we have are worth anything. Cool. So we just disregard that whole thing. New list of dates. Blank. Apologies if things sing too loudly, but looking at that stamp was one of the first things you did too. Why were you like, why does this envelope have a stamp when you're not sending it anywhere? We never got an answer to that. What? I don't remember what you're talking about, maybe? Safe code is not 1213. Safe code D8. But this is written. Wait, what? Save code date. There's a safe on rank 10. Typed green memo is false. Hold on. There may or may not be a safe on rank 10. Okay. This is the huge one. No 6s, 7s, or 9s. Pug, if you want to go ahead and elaborate on that. Because I don't fully understand what you mean. Simon, I can't think of any reason you'd need access to the server admin controls before I return, but your father's mentioned your interest in computers, so I have a feeling you may be a bit more hands-on than your great uncle. You'll find the admin terminal in Blackbridge Grotto, small cavern. First of all, you look to the envelope to be opened in the vent. Oh, okay. And I looked at the stamp and asked why they would put a stamp on that if it's not to be mailed. That's fair. I believe I've previously explained how to restore power to the grotto in one of my earlier letters. Admin key. I won't be able to set one up for you until I return, but your admin key will eventually be Jones, first four letters of your family name. Or if you prefer, we could use a pseudonym. I'm sure we'll discuss it. Okay, I've already figured that out. Thank you. If you do end up accessing the admin controls, sealed circular door to the left of the terminal. Normally, all three microchips are kept secured in three other locations. But I've decided to make it easy for you and have one left, and have left one of the microchips in the grotto for ready access. However, you will have to find a new clue or two to find the others. Okay, so the whole a new clue thing is how we can find the other microchip. Fantastic. Thank you. I was very much wondering what the hell we were even trying to find. This letter was somewhat useful. I'm honestly very impressed with the number of experiments you've been successful in executing. I certainly wasn't expecting to write this many letters when I started our correspondence. Frankly, I'm not quite sure what other advice I can offer in the blind without knowing directly the challenges you face on the estate. For all I know, you've long since reached room 46 and are just continuing your unaccompanied exploration, stag, happy and free of the maids and staff crowding the halls and getting in your way. Can't say I blame you, and I'm sure the other members of the household are quite enjoying their extended vacation. Strictly speaking for myself, however, I cannot wait to get back and begin working with you directly. Helping you through these letters has only whetted my imagination, and to be candid, our collaboration in this correspondence has reminded me so much of working with Mary. I know she's proud of you. Until the day I return, Randolph. So that's the last letter. So no more hints. Unless we get more letters up here or something. Yeah, we've now had a letter that was extremely useful for us. So I'm glad I kept doing that. Let's go look for more dates that don't include 6, 7, or 9. Turn several beds base. I checked a book here, right? Yes. So I want to go into a lot of bedrooms and see if I can turn some beds. Here's a bedroom. Before I do that, This is not the same. Oh, this is the inheritance. So why do I have one stamp in my stamp collection? What happened? I don't understand. Anyway. Can't really turn anything there. There's a gem over here. I assume that they wouldn't want it so you could accidentally find it on day one. Dining room lets us go north. And we could pick up the lunchbox. Which is good, because we definitely need steps. We should not be wasting steps. Chapel lets us go in multiple directions. And there's a gem over here. Security lets us go north. And lets us run a lab experiment. I always do that. Unlocked, confirm. Log into network. Alright, let's see what we can run. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, each bedroom you draft after your second. I do want to open a lot of bedrooms. Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways. Set your dice to 2. Let's re-roll a lot and just draft a lot of bedrooms. Security door, how dare you? I don't like how that locks us out of... We'd have to do this, but Treasure Trove does the same. We would have 2 doors in the mechanarium, so only 1 exit, and we don't know which one it would be. Oh. No date there. We gotta go all the way around. No other objects. Alright. Servant's Court. No, we need to go straight, so we do the kennel. Reroll dice from the room might keep the run alive. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Because we're gonna dead end ourselves here real fast. I don't have a shovel. We're going to dead end ourselves real fast if I don't take this corridor. I think I already tried the master bedroom, but I can try it again. Boiler room gets us multiple directions. Gift shop is cheaper and gets us multiple directions. Okay. So we already have 2 bedrooms, so we want to re-roll to get bedrooms. Probably. I mean... we've definitely tried this. Key here, that's good. Let's re-roll these. Vestibule hallway? No, vestibule. Alright. We at least get to keep going. Close the door. Oh, we'll go this way. Boiler room gets us going multiple other directions. Courtyard is always unlocked and has a shovel. Yeah. And gets us a gem. As I take the watering can and I just pour it on the tile and get a gem. Alright, doors are unlocked. Nothing over there. Why is there never anything? Let's go this way. Go north and get some more gems. Alright. Gems are in the only box with a true statement. One of the other boxes is true. The gems are in the only box with a false statement. Okay. One of the other boxes is true. If this is false... Okay, so first off, blue and black can't both be true. Because they are direct opposites. The gems are in the only box with a false statement. The gems are in the only box with a true statement. So, one of them is lying, and the other one is telling the truth. Unless they're both lying at... No. Yeah, unless... Yeah, one is lying, one's telling the truth. One of the other boxes is true. This statement is true because... Yeah, one of the other boxes must be true. So, there's 2 true and 1 false. The gems are in the only box with a true statement. The gems are in the only box with a false statement. I think this is true. The gems are in the only box with a false statement. This is also true. This is the only box with a false statement, so the gems would be in here. If blue was true, and we ignore the word only, then the gems would be in here as well. Not pick up the key. I didn't pick up the key. So no matter what, the gems are in the blue box. I don't have any new dates to try in the office safe. How many stars do I have for the observatory? I really shouldn't have done double-sided, huh? Oh, here it is. I have 30 or 22. I think that might be wrong. 23 because last no, we didn't have key in sale. Let's do 23. We'll get key in sale, right? 25. I definitely missed some. Oh, hey, we made it to rank 8. Um so if we ever get back to the dining room, we can get some good eats. We're on 25. I definitely missed a lot. Okay. Twins slice cross apple key. That is so much. Pair of chests to the entrance hall. Apples are delicious. 4 doors are more common. Plus 3 steps. Plus 1 key. Look at all this stuff. Running out of keys. Cloister with only 2 exits. Passageway. I'm glad I made this cheap. Alright, so this gets us north. And then we can see if we can get to the top corner. Stop. I'm running out of keys. Literally out of keys. Aquarium will do us. And it's a bedroom, and... Okay, so I've got 2 reroll dice now. And I dug up, so the door is unlocked, and I got a key, so that's good. We can power the laundry room. We haven't been able to do that. I was trying to get the conservatory, but we can power the laundry room. Chat, should I see what this does? Or should I reroll for conservatory? Yes, I should see what this does. Me too. All right, Mr. Glowing. Specialty services, 5 coins for a shoe shine. Well, exchange all of your steps with all of your gems. 5 for a star treatment. Cost 5 and will exchange all of your remaining stars with your allowance permanently. What? So I've got 25 stars and my I don't remember what my allowance is. What did you miss? I was in the aquarium here and I was trying to get a conservatory in the corner, and the first room that came, or the first time we drew cards, the laundry room came up and it's powered. So I'm like, hey chat, should I go for the laundry room and see what it does, or should I keep re-rolling for conservatory? How many stars? Okay, so I'd swap 41 for 25. Or die cleaning, exchange all of your dice with all of your keys. So I'd get a key and lose a die. All of your remaining stars. What does that mean? Why does it say remaining? Okay, this is cool. I don't know that I'm gonna use it. What if I wanted keys? Cost 10. Go down to 1 gem and 5 keys. Oh no. I don't want to be low on gems either. Let's just back up and not do anything here, unfortunately. So it's cool that I found out what that does. Kind of honks that it's not useful, but... Alright, what do we get here? It's locked. Let's go back to the courtyard and go that way, because we know that that door's unlocked. I guess we do the weight room. We just... Okay, can we... We open it up, we don't go in. We lose half our steps. So we're at 12 or 13. Let's say 12. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eat from the dining room. Nah, screw it. We'll do the gym. Who's? Garage, car keys. Okay. Let's go south. Last gate. I don't have the metal detector, so the workshop doesn't do anything. Let's archives. Whatever. Oh, good. The security door was to the workshop. Is there anything new here? Nope. What costs 2 gems? I don't even know. If we Great Hall, we already have this door, but it's a side door, so it'll open up the outer door, but it won't show me which inner door leads there. Let's spend 2 gems in a random room. Oh, the office, okay. I don't know if this is supposed to relate to whatever date to open that safe. Shouldn't have even walked in here, should I? Let's go to the other side of the foundation, I guess. Oh, we'll dig. Maybe we'll find a turnip. Maybe we'll find a turnip. Can you remind me about something? Yes. I dug twice. Each time you dig in a room, unlock all doors in that room. Does the kennel not work with the foundation? Found a bug. Screw it, cloister. Yeah, I know. Better write this down. Uh-huh, I got it. I have that blessing. Thank you for the reminder. I would have forgotten. You'll have that opportunity to draft that room from the grounds. I don't know. Like, isn't the grounds the entire estate? The house and the yard and the driveways, like, isn't that all the grounds? Or does this specifically mean the outdoor room? The outer room? What if I draft an entrance hall? How does that work? What if I draft an antechamber? What if I draft room 46? Wait a minute. Crack this whole thing wide open. Double entrance hall, double allowance. I like that thought, yes. How dare you? I'm out of gems? Alright. 22 steps left. It's a big tree. Two reroll dice, plus 5 steps. Okay. And a coin purse. Bed's base, huh? What counts as the base? Is it just the bottom? I'm not turning it. So it's not this one. Conference room does look nice with windows. Alright, no keys. That's where it came from. We're heading south still? Yeah. How many does the Mechanarium get us? one from aquarium, one from boiler room, one from security, one from itself. 4 doors. Sure. Diagonal rooms are available. And it doesn't have to be... Oh, because there couldn't be a door there. Okay, so good. Diagonal rooms are a thing. Okay. I think I figured that the other lever was in here at some point. Where was that list? No, hold on. Where's my list of rooms? It's under these notes. Okay, let's look at these goals here. Microchip for Grotto, 8 sigil doors. Everything else is done. I'm just going to remove these notes. They're not useful. West lever Mechanarium. Yes, I knew this. There might be another north lever somewhere. It's nice to confirm that there are corner doors, or corner rooms in the Mechanarium. Because it does mean that probably one of the corners, the last corner available, will have the Sanctum Key. Damn. All he gets is a key. Bedroom. Alright, more keys. This is fine, actually. Math time. 16. 3 plus 1 is 4. Squared is 16. Okay. 9... Purple is divide. 9 divided by 9 is 1. Times 18 is 18. Divided by 9 is 2. Yes. Okay, so this happens after the multiply. Or does this subtract? I don't remember. 12 minus 10 is 2. Divided by 2 is 1. Times 3 is 3. Squared is 9. Yes. Alright, I've got keys again. Nothing else in here. So, we want to go to conference room and go north. Or do we want to go back to Mechanarium? We're going through Mechanarium anyway. We want to try here, see if we can get into security, because if we can, then we can go just down to the dining room, pick up that dinner. So it's worth trying. I don't have any reroll dice. Okay, so we lose 9 steps. Or 10. Let's say we lose 10, we're down to 9. We walk into the room, we're at 8. 7, 6, 5. Eat the food, 25. 24, 23, 22, 21. That's a whole lot to gain 2 steps. If we archive floor plan, we might get lucky and it'll go into security. And let's just do that. Okay. I don't care enough to walk into that room and lose 2 steps. Right? Because I don't care about the power in the gym. I'm not going back there. Probably. I don't care about the power in the garage. Yeah, I'm not even walking in there. It's a shame that we wasted our key, but so we're going north of the conference room. I sure hope this one isn't a dead end. Workshop. The lockpick kit. I need detector. I need that metal detector. Right, what can I make? I don't have anything. I can't make a goddamn thing. Alright. How do I only have 5 items total? This run sucks. Wait, what is that G? Don't worry about it. Let's go. Okay, I'll tell you about it. Okay, so this G relates to the puzzle with these drawings. I'll find it. Don't worry. Here it is. So the sketch message we have up here. Rain and grain, yes. So we are in 6th rank in the leftmost column, leftmost file. So that letter is G. And it sounds like you understand the rest of it. If not, I'll be happy to explain. North. Lockpick? Doesn't work. Okay. Lockpick? Lockpick worked. I don't want the weight room. Stop. I don't have a lot of steps left anyway. Damn you. Alright, I mean, we can mess with the foundation elevator some more, but I don't think that that's useful. Alright, let's use this. We have one option. It's a bedroom that has dice in it, and our lab experiment worked. So get the 2 dice, and then pick up 2 dice. Alright, a bunch of steps. We get a gem over here. 4 reroll dice. What are we trying for here? What am I even trying to do anymore? Vault of a bank. So vault, I need to find a vault key in the vault in the next 4 rooms. Or figure out what is held by a king on his throne means. That's all we can do here. Lockpick kit. Oh, good, it works. Or we freeze our $1 and 11 coins. Sorry, 1 gem and 11 coins. Now, let's re-roll this. No. Should we talk to what's his face? I think we talked to what's his face. All right, listen up, Zoltar, or whatever the hell your name is, Alzara. I need you to not be creepy for a sec. Could you do that? No? That's a shame. Alright, warning, creepy alert. Wonder what the spooky guy would say? Yeah. Everyone pay attention.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened
For one last time?
this time by the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to impart to you one final vision.
That'd be cool. Subway. There's another 8 room? What is this?
In the dim, I see cavern walls of stone. A hollow lit by a sea of 1,000 burning stars. I see a treasure buried beneath the cliff rocks. A black mirror hidden among the memories of the falling sands. And within the black mirror, I see a figure. A figure standing in sullen snow. All of what I have told you, my young Baron, I wish you to now know. Until we meet again some distant day, I will have nothing more to say.
Why was the cursed box in there? Why was the cursed box in the snow? Okay. So, there was a subway. Then there was an infinity room with a bunch of statues, pillars, a campfire. There were 6 statues, which leads me to believe that that's like the foyer. Um, in the dim, cavern walls of stone, lanterns in a hollow. Treasure beneath cliff falls. I can't read my own writing. I was writing too fast. Cliff rocks. A black mirror. In the black mirror is snow with me and the 13 steps box. I'll leave that up. The music's good. The music is good. Um, I haven't seen anywhere with snow, so that's not helpful. He showed me a lot of rooms that may or may not exist in this house or underneath it or whatever. The cliff face outside had that platform that looked like the elevator platform, but it was rotated 45 degrees, so it wasn't the same platform. Like it had the four lanterns. Can't pick this. I don't have a key. So we're done. I didn't. Did I check this from the passageway? I think I did. 19 steps. Where do I want to stop so that I can draft that? Hey, what say we stop in the rumpus room and see if Alzara has one more thing to say tomorrow? Or we just end the day right here, next to this creepy, creepy guy. I'm going to stare right into this guy's pupilless eyes as we call it a day. Look at all the beautiful rooms we have. Too bad none of them were useful. That's not true. We learned a few things. Staring at the fish would be a good steam. Yeah, that might have been. Okay. So does this mean that we draft the rumpus room from the outer room door? The music, like little tings as we, like, uh, as the camera comes into the entrance hall here, that music that's playing reminded me this time of Return of the Obra Dinn, when you are finishing watching a scene and it's just like the the mystery music. Sleeping Mask, Silver Key, 2 keys. That's fantastic. Just clicking past all these because I know what everything does. Thank you. Give me my $41. All right, let's go to the rumpus room. Before we do, I want to take a quick look over here. Make sure that I'm remembering. Okay, so that is the same platform. No, because this is on a corner. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's like rounded and it just looked weird. I don't know. So there's a treasure below there, which we knew. Like we found a whole bunch. Okay, I don't know that he told me anything useful. Although it's sure going to be a shock when I find that room full of lanterns, huh? Yo, I'm glad I have a gem. All right, so now we just have a rumpus room outdoors. Lights are off. Nobody's home. Can't put a coin in. Still get $8. We just have the silver key and the sleeping mask. Okay. So we know what... We know what our blessing does now. We know that there's no more Elzara hints. Alright, so we're still looking for a vault key and the vault. We're still looking for as many gears as we can get. We're still looking to craft the detector shovel and to turn the bed's base. Nothing in this room. Conservatory. We're out of gems already. The vault. Let's make that standard, not commonplace. It's nice for them to put the thing that I just talked about here. Laboratory, let's make that commonplace, because... Oh, no, it does cost a gem. We'll do that. Corridor, commonplace, absolutely. Okay, so we just changed the vault. I like this music. Shame we don't have a shovel. Or a gem. Alright, let's go back this way. The dead-end parlor for 3 gems. I kind of want to do that. The gems are on the table behind you. That's a lie. How dare you? The gems are in this box. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. The gems are in the blue box. Okay, hold on. One of these boxes has 2 statements on it now. Oh, that's why this is worded like this. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. Plural. Okay. So this could be either both statements are true or both are false, or one is true and one is false, in which case this would not be one of the 2 boxes that this note is talking about. Alright, I like how there's a lot deeper puzzles than... I mean, I've already gotten the box trophy. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. So black cannot be the box that is telling only true statements because the first statement is saying that the second statement is false. So this can't be the true box. It can still be a both box. If it's the false box, every statement claiming where the gems are is false. So one of the statements is true, and then the gems are not in the blue box. That's still a thing. The gems are on the table behind you. This is absolutely false. So this is a false box. There must be a true box, and the black box can't be the true box. So the white box is the true box. The gems are in this box. So that means white is true, blue is false, and black is entirely false. So, white is true. Check my work. Suppose white is false. The gems are not in this box. We know the gems aren't on the table behind me, so both of these statements would be false. So this entire box must be true, except the first statement is saying the second statement is false, so this box doesn't fit. So that supposition that white is false cannot work, therefore white is true. Hey Shingami, here you go. I'm on day 41. I've made it to... this is heavy post game. I've made it to 46. I've unlocked 5 sanctum doors. I've only solved 4 of the runes. I only have 3 of the letters. Hope that was enough. Let me know if you need more. Also, hi. Post tutorial, okay. I don't like that statement because it implies that the credits are not the end of the game. And if the credits weren't the end of the game, why would the developer have put the credits there? That's something that a lot of people who are trying to be clever when talking about puzzle games say. And it's not... like, a lot of people are fine with playing until credits and not post game. Okay. Got a magnifying glass. Let's go see what that said. It was in this book over here, right? So, to let you know, please don't... okay, first off, please don't spoil anything about anything you know that I don't know. Okay. Stamps found on the estate and inspected will be added to this page. Oh, I have to, like, look at them. And actually, this is, like, super useful for... yeah, okay. Mostly be lurking. Okay, no problem. To let you know where I am. Currently, I am trying to do 4 things. I have... I'm trying to craft the detector shovel, which is the last workshop item I've yet to craft. I had the opportunity to several times and just never thought it was worth it. But now the game has started giving me, like, in dig spots, pieces of paper that say, yo, you should craft the detector shovel. Here's how. So, I've read a new clue, and I am... will the placement of the stamps show the order of travel? The ones on the postcards might. Although, if I remember correctly, the postcards don't have stamps on them, they just have postmarks. But we can go check that out at the end of the day. Okay, so we have 5. We've used 5 sanctum keys to unlock 5 doors. We've only, so we've only solved 4 of the sanctum rooms. We've yet to get the sanctum key in the vault. Behind the last door of 8, which I'm fairly sure is the Mechanarium, but I haven't had the chance to get all of the gear rooms in the house yet. And I don't know, the 5th key is held by a king on his throne. I don't know what that means. I don't know what room that is. We're also trying to... I have notes and notes and notes and notes. Let's see here. Here we go. We have a new clue. And that whole puzzle with the subway. I have a 4-word phrase, 1 word from each of the books, except there's something weird with a new clue in that the page it tells you to turn to has no words on it. So I checked the page before and the page after. So it's either library or beds. So the phrase I have is here. We have you have 100 plus screenshots. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Here we go. So I have turn several beds or library base. I tried turning everything in the library, nothing turned. We have the Bowley admin key, yes. Um, so like we know we need to we think we I think uh I need to turn the base of some of the beds, but every bed I've tried hasn't done anything. Um so I'm mostly doing that again. We drew this map. It's literally right there. Um yeah, I don't think there's anything in here, so we shouldn't have. I don't know what book to take out next. Servants' quarters, but we only it's the only bedroom, so it'd be one key for a gem. No thanks. I guess we pantry and keep going. Just looked up the Sanctum Keep home and excited to see how you get there. Uh, no hints, no allusions to anything. Where are we? Yeah, let's use a key. Bedroom's facing the wrong way. Commissary's facing the wrong way. But I do have a whole lot of money, and we can go back to entrance hall and go this way. We don't really have any reason to come back through here, huh? Let's commissary and buy some things. Like a shovel and a sledgehammer. Do we want north pointing rooms? Probably. And what the heck, we have the money. Walk into the commissary, buy everything, refuse to elaborate, leave. Alright, so we're going conservatory. We have a shovel. Oh, good. Rocks. Just what I wanted. More rocks. You know, this game doesn't keep track of how many rocks you dug. It really should. Den's good. Oh, actually, here's a good checklist of what we've done. We've reached room 46. We've drafted the full house. We've done room 8. Room 8 was fun. We've done the parlor game. We're 7 of 8 in the trophy and invention. We're missing 3 rooms from the explorer's trophy. There's one room that I know we haven't added. Room 8 is fun, but gallery is nightmare. I spent like an hour and 20 minutes in the gallery and solved everything. Bullseye trophy. Okay, I gotta do more dartboards. Okay. You spent a few hours as a non-native speaker. Oh no, you didn't know the word. Oh, ruminate. Yeah, that's fair. Ruminate is not a common word. Um, yeah, people don't just use the word ruminate on a day-to-day basis. All right. I don't care what we get here really. We do have 4 rerolls. Do we want the walk-in closet? It has 4 items in it. Yeah, sure, why not? It's... Every time I see the telescope, I think it's the caber from TF2, which is a grenade on a stick so you can throw it better. And I'm like, why is that in this game? I got 3 items. Where's number 4? Uh, okay, I'm missing an item here. Hold on. Perfume isn't an item, right? No? Okay. We're supposed to be 4 things. Ah, coupon book over here. Why is it all the way over here? I feel like being a non-native English speaker must make this game ridiculous. Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, because you have to figure out the all of the different synonyms, everything that this could be, because it can be sand, it can be dune, it can be desert, it can be like that's insane. Well, good job, I guess. Vestibule here would be good. Sure, we'll do that. All right. Let's go this way first. Kitchen, pick up some food so we don't run out again. All right, what's on today's menu? Glazed salmon. If we have an aquarium. Okay, so try for aquarium, which is good because aquarium's a great room anyway. Let's buy a club sando. And bananas they're 1 coin each because of the coupon book. Heck yeah. And they're 4 steps because of the salt shaker. +5 for every green room in your house, which I think is 1, 2. Okay, so that's 10 steps for 5. Let's save that for later. We're at 81 steps. I don't know that we're going to need it later, but who knows. Besides, it just got better. Ooh, we're only at 1 gem. What if I do bedroom closet and we go back to the vestibule? I think that's what we do. Yo, okay, we got a metal detector. We don't already have a shovel, do we? We do. Okay, so we need to find the workshop. And we got a gem. We didn't draft the workshop, right? No, that was yesterday. All right. Workshop, please. Drawing room lets us re-roll, but it's a little bit wasted. That's fine. Let's see what this way is. Hallway lets us rejoin with the entrance hall and go north. Parlor gives us 3 gems and go north. Let's parlor. All right. Second parlor puzzle of the day. Blue. There are 2 false statements. White. This is the only true statement. Black. The white box is empty. Okay, so if the blue box is telling the truth, then this is the true box and the other 2 are false. This is the only true statement. This would definitely be false. The white box is empty. If this is false, then the gems are either in blue or black. We don't know. There's only one box that tells us where the gems could be. If this is false... Sorry, the white box is empty. I think I did that wrong. There are 2 false statements. So if this is true, this is false, then the gems are in the white box. Okay, so that is a possibility. If this is false, then there's only one false statement, and it is this box. This is the only true statement is false. So then there are two false statements, so that makes that true again. So that doesn't work. So the gems must be in the white box. The white box can't be empty. The point I was going to get before I realized I had one piece of logic backwards is this is the only box that tells us where the gems could be, and if this is true and the white box is empty, we have no idea where the gems could be. So the gems must be in the white box. Anything else? Nothing else? Cool. I kind of want to go up to drawing room, but let's check this room first. We don't get anything for drafting bedroom here, right? Because we draft it, we walk in, use a step, gain 2 steps, walk out, use a step. So that's net neutral. So let's draft corridor and then walk away because I want to go to... Hope this isn't going to lock right here. Okay, good. I want to do this because it's free rerolls. Passageway lets us go multiple directions. Gift shop, we already can go here. Let's redraw this. This bedroom makes more sense. Mechanarium this early, but we have 0 gear rooms. Oh, cool, an apple. Nothing else in this room. Let's open this door. What's our special key? Silver, which is many doorways. Let's just use a normal key. You also took Lucky Cloister? Yes. Dining room. I think we're good on steps. Let's do garage. Do we have the car keys? Was that the previous run? That was the previous run. Alright, yeah, so that's it here. Walk back through here because it's basically free. Yeah, so other things I took. Spare green room. Pool hall. Bedroom closet. Parlor with an extra gem. Storeroom with an extra key. Reading nook. What else was there? Took break room for the key card. Oh, okay. What else was an upgrade? Mailroom with no contact delivery. Electric eel aquarium. Geist bedroom. Cora Yard, that was a big one. Cloister of Rinna. Nothing here's changed. Nope. I've got these additions. I'm missing one. Like the dorm room or whatever that was. I don't have that yet. And I don't know how many found floor plans I'm missing. Because I don't know how many there are. And those are the outer rooms. Okay. What was it doing? Go back to corridor. So back into here. Hope we don't get locked in. This way? Yes. But spend 2 steps. Oh no, the door's closed and a random door is locking. What? Alright, do it again. There we go. Workshop. None of those. I mean, I guess that's hallway. Alright, there's a key. I took that upgrade for the hallway. Cloister here would be great, actually. It means I'm out of gems, but it gives me 3 chances. Boop. Boop. Security door. Ooh. Alright, we got 2 chances. Nothing. We are on 5, though, so we'd get 10 steps. Or we take passageway so we can get all the way to the side. Chest piece power? Yes. Let's go all the way to the side, but let's not walk in yet. Let's go open the other door first. Courtyard's a green room. I don't have a gem. Dang it. Is gift shop pointing the right way? It is. Alright, we'll take that. Let's walk through here. We've bought everything from the shop that we can. We can't... Gorilla Blocks isn't in the game yet, and we only have 4 trophies, so... let's go this way. The boudoir probably would be good. Get some reroll dice. And a gem. These don't count as beds, right? These are just couches, sofas. Let's see. Well, we can only take... We could take Secret Passage. Let's take the wine cellar and then back up. Which safes did I open? Boudoir. I opened the Apple Orchard gate. I opened... Still don't know if there's something in this room. Because it's weird that half the room is blue. But I got no idea what to click on. Where are my saves? Here are the saves. Boudoir, Bomb Shelter, Apple Orchard, and Underpass. And I know of 3 other safes. The office, the study, and the drafting studio. Don't know how to open the office, study, or drafting studio. Last run I just got the letter from from what's his name about the letter with all the spare notes in it. So I know more clues about which dates are excluded from the safes. But I don't know. Ooh, a broken lever. I don't know how much I care about getting all the letters right now. Because right now it seems to just be extra story stuff, which is interesting, but is not necessary. Electric Eel Aquarium goes next to Cloister of Rinna. Does that make Crazy Luck for each green room you draft from this cloister? So I'm not drafting this from the cloister, so it doesn't technically count. It's just a green room next to the cloister. Why is the zoomed in camera shaky? Because I bumped my desk. The zoomed out camera is also shaky. You just notice it more on the zoom in. Physics, yes. Because the way it's my phone on a cantilevered arm with only one attach point. So it if you did give it a slight bump, the edge of it wobbles way more. And the only way to fix that is to get like a more sturdy mount with multiple. Maybe it's worth trying the aquarium to see if that does add to the luck. I'm probably going to do that anyway because I don't know that I need. I mean, the aquarium is just better boiler room because I don't need to turn on the power. The power is just on. It doesn't go over to where the passageway is, but whatever. The only downside, I guess it's not even a downside, is it counts as a red room. But whatever. Alright, I got +5 from Sleeping Mask. It didn't pop up the luck thing. And obviously my luck hasn't increased since I keep digging up nails. Maybe I should pick them up so that they don't keep appearing in the goddamn house. You know what? Silver key time. I don't want any of these. I have... How many gears do I have? Aquarium, Mechanarium... 2. That's it. Rotunda's too expensive. Fine, the dining room. This sucks. Alright, workshop. And a battery. They gave me a battery and a broken lever and still expecting to make the frickin' detector shovel. I mean, I'll do it. Won't be happy about it, but I'll do it. And a trophy. Trophy of invention. For creating all 8 contraptions in the workshop. Great. What does this actually do? Greater chance of finding keys and coins. Much greater chance of finding while digging. Okay. Personally, for me, detector shovel is the best item. Yeah, I didn't actually know what it did, but I knew what the powered shovel did, so I always wanted that. Let's just keep going. I should get Eastwing Hall, and I should actually go back and make more stuff instead of just leaving like a doofus. Because I can make... Power Hammer still works on trunks, yeah? I think pretty sure it does. What else could I make? Pretty sure it's nothing. Oh. Electromagnet. But then I couldn't do Power Sledge. Yeah, screw it, Power Sledge. I got Jack Shovel once and never did it again, but it gave so many more items. I have no idea why. Like, I would have said at the start for me, magnifying glass is best. Yeah, magnifying glass is best item. All right. Nothing in here. So we go south, fill in this stuff. We really should have gone from the passageway. I mean, we can loop back and do that as well. Love how silly the power hammer is. You just strap a battery and a lever to a hammer, but then still just use it as a hammer. Yeah. Let's do storeroom and then go back to passageway and get 2 dead end rooms there as well. That sounds like a good idea. One coin, 2 keys, 1 gem, and 1 swimbird. Inspect the swimbird. Let's open this up to see what's in here. The kennel seems good. Pool hall. I do need to get the pool thing. Let's do that. I'll come back. Or should I do this? I should do this now. Oh, especially because I can eat dinner on the way back. There's a coin over here. Anything behind the bar? Nothing. There was something back there once and never again. 2. Yellow's minus, yeah? Yeah. Wait. -5, -15, 3, 9? Cool. We're doing negative numbers now. That's fine. -10, 3, 6, 2. Oh, good. Secret garden key. Which we'll have to use on the west side. Actually, no. We could use it here. Right? Or does it have to be on the west side? I don't remember. Whatever. Secret garden through the mountain. Secret, 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 secret garden. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4 keys. Itself, aquarium, boudoir, bedroom. Or we go classroom and can redraw floor plans a whole bunch. Let's do that. Grade 1, we know all about, what's today? Colors. There's a secret in the treasure trove. How important is it that we really get to room 46 again? Highest grade, we got some grade 8, which I thought was, however, which I thought that was going to be the highest level, and then the book in the library that shows all your stats says just one more grade for the final exam, and I'm like, God damn it. Let's just take Treasure Trove and see another cryptic clue about how the treasure was the real friends we met along the way. Gotta use a key for this. Okay. The library book does tell you about the final exam. It does say that there is a final exam, and it says just one more to go before the final exam or something like that. I don't have any keys. We can't secret garden here, can we? We can. No, we can't. Okay. Running back. Delicious salmon, and we have an aquarium. What was in the treasure trove box? It was a blue typed note that said, um, boxes with the sun symbol contain notes that are true. Which probably doesn't matter anymore. I mean, actually, we should write that down, because that one is important. All suns have trues, blue memo. I already have this note. Never mind, I'm not writing it down. First time I was trying to reach final exam, I used 17 rerolls and still didn't get the last classroom. That sucks. Where are we going? Passageway. We can try there. So straight through. I know my directions, I swear. Some sort of dead end room. Furnace technically counts. Oh, but imagine if I pull freezer there. What if I pull freezer there? Is a dig spot. So I'm just gonna get freezer. Right here. Where's locked? There's a freezer behind this locked door and I can't get to it. And that's the end of the run. Well, alright, we have our detector shovel. Now what, library? Just use streamer luck? That would, yeah, that's... We can go back to the library and look at that book and see if it changed from us getting all the workshop things. We can... What else can we do? We can go downstairs to the sanctum and take a look. Oh, right, we can magnify as many letters as we can. Which I guess is just the sanctum. So let's go back to the library, which is hallway, corridor, parlor, vestibule, den, entrance hall, and then through this stuff. And then we'll go downstairs. We'll walk outside and go downstairs. Day 6 antechamber. I think it was day 6 that I got into the antechamber. That sounds right. This way, yeah? Yeah. Alright, up these stairs. The other book. But also very good note taking. Yes. I've done it. I've done all the things. This, cool. Yeah, just need to draft one more classroom to take my final exam. It's just written right here. So I guess if you don't come up and look in this book, you won't know until you do it. But I thought grade 8 would have been the last grade. I didn't know that it would go to grade 9, considering the schoolhouse only adds 8 classrooms. I thought I was being clever by having them add one more. Alright, so we want to go outside. Outside, down to the sanctum, and see if we can inspect these postcards a little bit closer. We've had some pretty bad luck in not finding a vault key or a vault. I did just make the vault cheaper. Get all the stamps to the collection. That's what I'm trying for. If assuming that there are stamps on these, and also they might give me hints as to what order they went in. Because I've been to 46, I've seen the pin board. So I want to put all of the postcards in order of what was the order of his trip, and then what does that do? Because that's probably the final puzzle that I'm going to do. So we know that Arinda Ares was first anyway. And we did investigate this stamp. So we had the magnifying glass when we were here. Postcard sent from Fen, of course. So this is Fen. Was this the last one? This last postcard sitting at my desk at home, yes. The grand realm of Fen Ares. In fog we are lost. On fire we are found. Wait, that's a bad thing. It's probably supposed to be in fire, but it's covered up, so I'm assuming it says on fire. In fog we are lost, on fire we are found. I'm having a bad day. If this was first in the stamp collection, is out of order. Yeah, of course, it's supposed to be. Like that. I think that would be too easy of a puzzle, is just look at all the stamps and then something tells you what order they're in. I think it's much better to have to figure out by the words in the postcard and like figure out what the order was. That's a much better puzzle in my mind, especially as a puzzle that comes after doing all the crap to get here. Alright, so here we are. This is Morajai. This was the most recent one that we've done. The White Sea of Yor. It's a nice looking boat. Then we go over to... which one was this? This is not Nuance. This is... Nope. Vera. Oh, look at the turtle. 10 cent... a 10-cent stamp. Wow. And you need 2 of them? I guess when you're sending mail by turtle, everything's much more expensive. Oops. Not that fast. Oh yeah, the turtle mail service. Say what you will, it's like super reliable, but you just gotta wait. Do I want to try brute forcing this again? Where was that page that? What happened to my little? Did it fall onto the floor? No. Yes, it went all the way back behind my desk. I'm not going to be able to reach that without getting on the floor. But we have these notes. This is a nuance. We know it's green. That's all we know. Is it this one? Yes. This. This is all we know. Nope, we didn't get lucky. And we know that's wrong anyway, because it can't be naval, and it's not no unusual weather. But considering how painful, how like much of a process it is to do that, to like brute force things, I'm not going to try. So, where do we want to end the day so that Blessing of the Monk will have us go in that room at the start of the day? We could just start with a conservatory. What else could we do? Still curious about an entrance hall. That might be a waste. I don't think it'll work with an entrance hall. But you know what? Let's try it. I don't have a better idea. This sounds funny. Which rooms have I already monked? This is the first time getting the monk. So just Rumpus Room. I'm presuming that some of them probably are weird with being underground and all. I have a power hammer. Was there something with this wall? Oh no, that was a long time ago. There was looks like something here in the ground that I had to dig for. That's what it was. Oh no. Tomorrow I want to get into room 46 because I want to end the day there. Because what if we just start with room 46 outside? We get to start with the crown. Oh. Alright, I am squarely in the entrance hall. Call it a day. I'm going to take a break. I need to get up and stretch and get some water. So I'm going to save and quit just to go back to menu, but I'll be back in about 3 minutes and we'll do day 42. Everyone do what you need to do, and yeah, be back in a sec. Stick around. And I'm back. Hi. How's it going? Um, let's just get right back into it. This one? Yes. Wingspan, nice game. Yes, I very much like it. That is a game that my mother and I play constantly. In fact, my phone is probably telling me that it's my turn right now. Try also Arc Nova. Arc Nova. You plan to design a modern, scientifically managed zoo. Hmm. I will look at that. Hey, Molly, have you heard about Arc Nova's fun? Okay, good. It's heavy and long. Okay, so probably not a game that my mom would like. It's honestly a surprise that she likes Wingspan as much as she does. Um, I absolutely thought that she, in explaining the rules, she'd just roll her eyes and go, okay, I don't know. Um, Molly, we should try Arc Nova sometime. Say it's a bit more complex than Wingspan, but the idea is the same. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I will definitely look into that. Thank you for the recommendation. I appreciate it. Been wanting to play Wingspan. Pug, Wingspan's great. Um, you, I have a problem recommending. So there's a version on Steam, and it's the same as the phone version. And I have an issue recommending that version because it it's a lot easier to learn Wingspan if you have a board in front of you and you can just look at things. The way that the digital versions split up everything so that you can't see your whole board at the same time makes it a lot harder to learn in the app. Um, Down to play definitely can't teach it. One time my friend taught me Arc Nova and it took an hour and a half. I recorded it. Oh wow. I want the board game, but I need people to play it with. If you can find a play group, like if you can find if there's a board game event near you or something and they have Wingspan, see if anyone wants to play and if anyone's willing to teach you because it's a fantastic game. Um, Molly, were you in the group that played Wormspan? Because I wasn't. And I remember that being like just as long as Wingspan with a lot of players. Is the teach a thing now? Yeah, the teach is a thing. Um, there are, I think, Shut Up and Sit Down went into it a little bit. Who, who is good at the teach versus what, how do you, that's very cool. I deliberately wasn't in Wormspan because I knew it was going to take too long at like 10. Right. They started too late and it was a full game of everyone. I'm trying to make the teach a thing. I mean, I think they were successful. They made the teach a thing. Um, yeah. So Wingspan's good. Wingspan and I guess all of those games are better with like 2 or 3 players. There are certain cards that get better the more players there are. So you might think that a 5-player game of Wingspan would be fun, but Wingspan is a game where it's very much one player at a time. You take your turn and then you pass to the next player and they take their turn, and there's very little interaction between players. So when it's not your turn, you're sitting there waiting. And because people are taking cards from the same card pool, you can't really, and taking resources from the same shared resource pool, you can't really plan ahead that well for what you're going to do on your turn, because that bird that you wanted, someone else picked up, or you wanted the worm out of the bird feeder and someone else grabbed it instead. So, like, it works best as a 2 to 3 player game so that everyone's taking their turns and it goes a lot quicker. Um, Playing Ark Nova on Board Game Arena, quite good UI. I've had trouble learning games on BGA, just because like the way to learn a game on BGA is to load it up and then scroll down to where the rules are and read through everything. And at that point, I might as well just download the PDF of it or something. Um, I do think that gives games more apprehension sometimes. Having very little interactivity where the things you do don't directly affect other players. Yeah. Learning games on TTS is easier because of the tactile nature. Yes, absolutely. So TTS being a board game table simulator where everything is the same boards and it's all laid out, and you can see like, okay, this is my area and I have my hand, and that's what their area looks like, and that's what the shared area looks like, and these pieces are here, and as we're playing, pieces are moving from place to place in tabletop, makes it absolutely so much easier to learn a game in TTS because it's basically the real game. BGA, in trying to make it digital, abstracts a lot of things. They like take away score counters and just make it a number that's over on a leaderboard. Um, and like they do that with some resources here and there. So like I'm not, when I'm trying to learn something on BGA, I get lost with, wait, how do I know how many of this thing I have? Oh, it's just a tiny number over in the top corner. Okay. Whereas, in an actual game, it's how do I know how many of this? Oh, it's the number of cubes I have here, right here, that I can stack and play with and say, okay, I've got 3 for this. Yeah, a pile of stuff. Exactly. It's harder to learn when I just have a number on a screen. It's a lot easier when it's like, I have these coins in my hand. I'm gonna spend these coins, or I'll place this coin on the thing, or whatever. But hey, BGA is making games more accessible for more people, so I think it's great anyway. It's just harder to learn. It's nicer when the thing takes up real estate in your life. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, I have stuff on the shelves behind me, but it, it's both nicer to have things that you can hold, not as nice that you have to store them somewhere. As someone who lives in an apartment, storing board games can be a lot. Anyway, um, and it's also a lot weirder with physical, not weirder, um, a lot different with physical board games where if they have different expansions and you don't always want to play with every expansion, you can't just mix everything together in the box. So the start of every game is you taking out the separate boxes and putting in the components that you want, shuffling everything together and everything. Versus a digital game, you just click the box and everything's set up. I think I should try to downsize my collection somehow. Hmm. If you do decide to downsize part of your collection, uh, you should let people on our discords know about it because there are definitely some games that we'd probably want to keep in in our in our group here. Yo. Okay. So, we're going to have three doors that are all blocked off with rocks or something. We're going to walk in, there's going to be an allowance on the table, and that's probably it. It's probably just an allowance, but not even an allowance. What the heck? All right. Well, I wonder if I had kept the allowance here, if it would be here. Like, if it's the same allowance. Is this the same entrance hall? I kind of doubt it. Um, hey, what do you think about this for a YouTube screenshot? Is this too spoilery? You'd be like, what? Where'd the door go? What happened? I don't know. This might be like it's because you just think it's the entrance hall. Why are there rocks there? That doesn't make any sense. I think it's obscure enough. Yeah, I think it's enough mystery involved of like what's going on. Where is the door? Because it's not the same blocked off wall as if like I put a different room back there. All right, that's my YouTube thumbnail. Wait, this is weird. Oh, because we gotta have to have a ramp down, but the room itself extends back there. That's weird. All right. There's one giveaway though. I mean, the giant rocks. The odd number of footsteps. Oh no, I for the thumbnails I crop out as much of the UI as I can. So it'd be a slightly zoomed in, with none of the HUD in the corners, and then a giant Blueprints logo. I think my second day playing this, my second stream, was when I was like, okay, I can't have any HUD elements because I unlocked the uh, apple orchard and got 70 steps. So I'm like, okay, take some screenshots of the entrance hall for the thumbnail and then see that they all say 70 steps. And I'm like, well, I can't have that there. Nothing that goes straight. Okay. I mean, the fact that you get more steps isn't actually a spoiler, but also it was my second time streaming. I didn't know what's actually a spoiler about this game or not. And I guess like knowing that you can walk outside is not generally something that is known, or like I don't know. Everything is a spoiler, everything is a clue. Yeah, that's kind of my thought about it. Is a lot of these puzzle games have the discoverability aspect is so baked into what they are. What do I want here? Do I just want the parlor or the reading nook for a key? Yeah, let's get reading nook. Um, like literally everything could be a clue. So I can't, if I'm trying to avoid spoilers in my YouTube thumbnails, that people who don't want to see spoilers are still gonna see the thumbnails. Like, what can I include? And the answer is nothing. Oh, this loops back the wrong way. Mechanarium this early. I think I'd take the bedroom closet. I think this run I want to go for as many gear rooms as possible to try and get the Mechanarium to 8. Also, I don't have that wrench, and I don't know where to get it. Put a lot of effort to make this little space with so many puzzles. Yeah. Security this early. I could set up a laboratory experiment on rank 1. You do put a bunch of effort to make this thumbnail spoiler free. I mean, the first like 15 thumbnails were just things in the entrance hall because I was afraid to leave the entrance hall. And then I did like one of the den. And I was like, is this too much? Um, Key card system. Security level low. Offline mode. Unlocked. Back. Return to security system. Log into network. Laboratory. Yes. Each time you eat an apple, that's not going to be that common. For each bedroom you draft after your second, each time you unlock or bypass a security door. I think we go bedrooms again. And we gain a key for every 2 hallways. Let's do that. So we want hallways and bedrooms, and we also want gears. Breaker box right here. I mean, we're in the security room. We can... Let's just do this. Crack this open. Turn that off, turn that off, turn that on. Dark room we can turn off and on, but that won't change anything. We don't need to do the vac system ever again, right? It should have gone for security door experiment? Yeah. Now we can... Key card system. Now that we know they're unlocked, we'll set security level to high so we can just open them. More security doors means, in theory, fewer normal locked doors. We go this way. It sucks. Boiler room, I guess, so we can go left. Or do we laundry room for later? No, let's boiler room so we can go left. It is a gear. That's two or two gears. I just got to remember to keep going for that. Sometimes it ruins it when you want to put it secret garden. Yeah, I guess that's true. Library here, or we'll do library here. I don't even know what book to take out. Let's keep taking out a new clue over and over and over until I do the thing. Right? Because there's no... The Curse of Blackbridge, none of that story happened in winter, so there was no snow. The fact that the... Oh, freaking... What the hell's his name? Alcazar? Alzara. Um, the the stupid freaking cursed box at the end of that goddamn vision. I feel like I have to do something in 13 steps. Alcatraz. Yes, thank you. Alcatraz. I feel like I have to do like purposefully curse myself, do something in those 13 steps. And I don't know. We haven't had gallery in a while. We've solved it, so we just get a key to room 8, right? No, there was something else as well. And I don't remember what it was. Hey, chat, we got two things from the gallery. The key to room 8 and what else? Gems and money? Okay. I think I'd rather take the walk-in closet and then go back to above the entrance hall. It does limit us to just one doorway, so we might screw ourselves. Rabbit's foot, we're gonna be lucky. And car keys. Greater chance of finding items. Okay. More items means more fun. Anything that goes north. The hallway it is. Gonna open my Arajan book again. I really wish Alzara was some kind of Arajan for fortune teller. That'd be cool. Um, but it's a language without verbs, which first off doesn't make sense, but it means that the word teller wouldn't be there. Future. You could have future I don't know. Word, maybe? I will word future. So it'd be El Lor Ra. Could be. Mechanarium with 4. We're at 3 currently. Boiler, security, utility closet. We want more. Let's do boudoir for rerolls. And a paradise. And a gem. Commissary is the only one that gets us north. Let's re-roll this. No. Parlor. Fine. Just immediately use those re-roll dice. I should have taken the commissary. Alright. The box next to this box contains gems. A box next to this box is true. The box next to this box is false. El say Ra Alzara? Yeah. I guess. Okay, the box next to this is false. Okay, so there's a paradox here. Blue is saying white is false. If blue is true, then white's statement is false, which says a box next to this box is true, which means no boxes next to this are true, which means that blue is false. But that's only if blue is true. So blue must be false. So white must be true. A box next to white is true. We already know blue is false, so black must be true. Black says, the box next to this box contains gems. I know that, like, I'm getting these 100% of the time, and I'm walking through all of my logic every single time, and I'm only ever opening a box when I'm 100% sure of myself. But in the half second between inserting the key and seeing the box open, I get really nervous that I've effed up every single time. And I'm just like, I have 100% proven logically where the gems must be. Boy, I sure hope that they're in here. Like, there's just enough delay there. All right. Workshop is a gear. I do want to spread out though, and not just still have one door. Ooh, security. What if I strap this battery to this rabbit's foot? Hey chat, what would a battery-powered rabbit's foot do? Open up. Ooh, I don't like these. Left or nowhere, huh? I guess we're going left. How many stars do I have? What does observatory get me here? 25, so this would be 26, which we don't know what it is. Five diamonds, apples are delicious, and a key. That was Great. That was fantastic. All right, mark that down. 26. I don't like how I'm stuck on the west side here. I don't like how we're done. Well, how's the foundation looking? I don't know. I can't get in there. We turned off the security system. We can go in through the foundation. Thank you, Pug, for that reminder. Let's buy things and then go run down to the foundation from outside. Wait, I don't want to buy Salt Shaker. I'm just going to buy everything. I don't want to buy Compass either. Let's buy the shovel and the sledge. Open this. The vault. We don't have a vault key. If I take... Okay. If I take the vault here, and then we go outside, go to the foundation, do a little bit of exploring, and find a vault key, we need to go back to the foundation, back outside, into the entrance hall, and come all the way back up here again. Do I just take a music room or something? Landing for steps? Alright. If the vault is here, and I find a key somewhere, how many steps do I need to have when I'm at the foundation? I want to have one step while I'm in the vault. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 is the grounds. 10 is the tunnel. 11 is the basement. 12 is the foundation. So if I find it, I need to get back to the foundation with 12 steps remaining. Give me that money. Just looking if there's any more hints or clues or anything that I hadn't noticed before. I don't think so. Alright. I'm gonna buy the Salt Shaker. I'm not gonna buy the Compass because I'm not necessarily gonna want to go north. It's a magnifying glass here. Should be more observant and look around instead of running through things. But also, I just want to run through things. Right, make sure I haven't screwed up my calculations. The grounds is 1. Then the underground path is 1. Sorry, sealed entrance. And then basement. Yes. Hey, Shin, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, we're going to go in through here. Time for sleep. See you next time. See ya. Have a good one. Elevator? Oh, good. Time for sleep. You're also somewhere in Europe or the UK or like around there, probably. Or you're going to sleep real early in the US. Why are all of my viewers from the UK? Is it because I stream early? That's probably it. It's probably because I don't start streaming at 9 p.m. or something. Okay, so we've got 2 ways to go. We got the garage, and we do have the garage keys. Let's do that. You're from Ukraine, it's 12. You should definitely go to bed then. Have a good night. Non-native means a little more east. I should have remembered that and thought of that. That's my bad. Open up. There we go. Well, thank you again for that follow. And I hope to catch you later. Okay. And we can get in here, but there's still nothing in here but this note. I can't just drive away, even though this is technically my car now. Is there any reason to go walk down the path? I don't think so. Alright, we got a lockpick. We got a bunch of keys. We're down to one door again, because I chose the garage like an idiot, but... The other UK. Alright, so we got free rotates. That's good. I think we rotate the chap. It'll be north and south, and then take it. Yeah. Nothing up here? Okay. I can't pick the lock. Casino gets us forward, but takes 2 gems. Parlor gets us 3 gems. Let's take Casino. Take Parlor later when we need gems, hopefully. Okay, do we save up to get 100 coins before spinning? I think we keep going, and when we backtrack, we try for the 100. How many do we have now? Closet, security, boiler room, workshop, mechanarium. So that'd be 5. So I want drawing room. I want some goddamn gems. Alright, let's go down here. Den gets us into that little space in the middle and a gem. Anything else in here? No. Kind of want the nursery. Laboratory points the wrong way. I think we take it anyway, then we go back up to drawing room and try and go north and south. So this is gear number 5. Yes. There's nothing in here for us to do. Okay. So I shouldn't have even walked in, but that's fine. How many gears are there total? I think they're all together somewhere. Yeah, here they are. Utility closet, boiler room, pump room, which I need the pool for. Security, workshop, laboratory is 6. Aquarium, and I think I have another aquarium in the drafting pool. So actually, it's very hard to try to do this, and I shouldn't be trying. Wait, there might be more. There are more. Pretty sure there are more. Mechanarium. There are exactly 8. Mech, these 6, and aquarium. Yeah, I have exactly 8. I thought I had 2 aquariums in the drafting pool, though. Maybe not. So actually, I need the pool. I have utility closet, boiler room, security, workshop, laboratory are the 5 that I have. So left is pump room, which I need the pool for, aquarium, and the mechanarium. So I just need 3 more. I just need 3 specific rooms before taking the mechanarium: the pool, the pump room, and the aquarium. It's easy. I was hoping for the pool right here. Let's redraw. Nope. And I don't have a room that goes 2 ways. That's a shame. Well, we'll go up. Rotate the base of the beds. No. No, of course not. Alright, lockpick? Pool? No pool. I can only afford the gift shop, which is only because I axed the cost of it. I should axe the cost of more things. I should get rid of Rook and go get the Knight. Pool? Oh, I don't want the Mechanarium yet. I guess we'll take spare green room. For no benefit. That's something on that desk? Or on that... I don't think so. No. Hydrate, thank you. Everyone take a drink of water. Alright. Courtyard's unlocked. But now we're out of gems. We have a hammer? We do. So we're going to break that open and find like 5 gems in it, right? Right? We're going to break this open and find a bunch of gems. We're going to dig this up and find a bunch of gems. We're going to find 4 more coins, go back to the casino, and win a bunch of gems. Pool. We're low on steps anyway. We don't have gems. Let's not walk in yet. No security door, that's good. Running shoes and another security door. Okay, so we know that we can get through there with no issues. Pool! Costs a gem. The parlor! There are gems in this box. The gems are in a box next to this box. The gems are in the blue box. Well, they can't all be true. Okay, so the gems can't be in blue because then all 3 would be true. If the gems are in white, this is false, this is false, this is false. So the gems must be in black because this is false, this is true, this is false. Yep, the gems are in black. All right. Oh, right, the power's off in the gym. I forgot that I did that. That's why it's so dark in here. The pool's not going to be in a corner, is it? It could be, but it probably won't be. The pool is much more likely to be over here. Okay, the ballroom's infinite gems 2 at a time. That's actually great. I'm going to do that. I'm going to not waste a step. I'm going to go over here and open this. No, okay. Let's take the... let's go one more. I don't know that I care about any of these items, and the rare item might be a vault key. Telescope and... can't tell what that is. What are we losing? Running shoes, okay. It is a vault key. 370. Let's get a bunch of steps, and then we're going to lose an item when we come back. It's a 1 in 10 chance of it being the vault key. But that's so many steps. Get the lunchbox. One in 10 chance. Okay, cool. Lost the magnifying glass. That's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Alright, let's get another gem. this photo. Cool. We foyer, and then we take a step back to get our gems back. Yeah. Do a little dance in the ballroom. There's a puzzle with all y'all. J. Ariana. I don't have any of those. I'm assuming J. Ari is a title. Alright. There has to be something in here, and I don't know what it is. In the ballroom? Probably. Or in here. Probably both. And I've got no idea. Because, like, there's no... I don't know a way of interacting with these. Whatever. Oh, I still have north from the chapel that I could go. Aquarium. Alright, so now I need the pool, and then the pump room, and then the mechanarium. In that order. Any way can be the pool. Let's go this way. Or I just get another aquarium and a mechanarium. I do have 2 in the pool. Does the mechanarium need a gem? I'm pretty sure it does. No, it doesn't. Okay. Great, more steps. Okay, we have all the steps in the world. Let's go back to the ballroom. Do a little dance. And go back. Let's do the corner room here. Because I can re-roll it a bunch of times. The rook comes in. Okay. Just to confirm. Utility closet. Security. Boiler room. Workshop. Laboratory. Aquarium. Aquarium. Number 8 is the mechanarium. No. It's a corner room. It can't be a corner room because it needs doors that go places. It needs to be a center room. Right. Okay. The mechanarium needs to be in the center of the house. Let's take... Why can't it be a corner room? Because of the way the drawing works. How did you get 2 aquarium? There's a way to add another one. I think... Was it the mirror room? I think the mirror room might just always have an aquarium there, or I had a way to add another one into the pool. Did you draft the mirror room? A while ago. It permanently adds it. You just need to access the corner rooms in the mechanarium. Yes, but the way the game draws 3 cards here, it only draws cards that would make sense for that location in the house. So because I'm drafting the top corner of the building, it won't ever give me rooms that have doors on the north or west faces. So I need to go down here and draft it here. And if that fails, I need a doorway that goes this way so I can draft it here. Let's see what else I can get, though. Or I can draft it from the chapel. That's true. I can go back to the chapel and draft it from there. Thank you. Let's do mailroom. Get another delivery tomorrow. And I don't need to step in there. Not that it matters, but I don't need to. Damn. You giving up on Vault Key? No, I still have that. I'm going to go back. It's a long way back, but I also want to get the Mechanarium if I can. I have 69 steps. I'm fine. Why? Is there something you know about... Well, whatever. Because I'm not going to walk back through the Lost and Found.
Nice.
I'm going to walk back through here. I could code check the vault key and then never see it again. What's treasure trove? Had to nice the 69 steps? Oh, okay. Ink boxes marked with moon always contain false statements, but this is on a green typed memo, so who the F knows if it's true? The real treasure of the treasure trove was literally all of the gold. Didn't realize you had one? Oh yeah, I picked one up in... It's the only reason that I walked into the Lost and Found. Because I saw one on the table. I can rotate the dovecote so we go north instead. Or I get a bunch of keys that I won't ever use. Oh my god. So many steps. I got a rock. And a shoe. Can't pick any locks. I'm the world's worst lock picker. I don't want to add more things to the draft pool. So I'm not going to pick Pool Hall. Hey, it's been a while since I drafted Lavatory. The toilet doesn't even work. This is the worst bathroom I've ever been in. Can't. There's not even any secret walls or nothing. I don't know. There might be. I doubt it. Because it'd be behind the bathtub there, right? Yeah. Alright, so we make our way back to... Look at the freaking snaking path we have to do. We're here. We have to go we're one above from the foundation, but instead we have to go up, over, down, over. No, wait. Down here, over, up, over. And on the way through, we can do that. We didn't get into 46 because I forgot. It's just back there. We go down into the bedroom. Hey, what room do we want to end the day in? All right, we got 100. Let's spin this wheel. I never win anything. Is this the last chance? No, we've got one more after this. That was a hey chat, by the way. Hey chat, what room do we want to try and put you in the outer room tomorrow? Nursery would be cool just because you get a lot of steps. Foyer would be cool. Foundation. I was kind of thinking of that. Like, what does that do? That'd be fun. Garage. Just have an underground garage. Does a gear room count? It sure would. Garage. There's gonna just be like giant boards across the garage door, the giant garage door, stopping it from opening. Dirt piled up outside, and a car fully built inside the room with a door too small to get a car through. Oh, I just remembered. Isn't the shelter also a gear room? No, it's not. So maybe we take security or the utility closet. Probably a dead end one, utility closet. And a note for Christoph saying, "Christoph, you're fired." No, it says, "Christoph, don't do that again, or you'll be fired." Damn it. We don't even have enough for the attic. It's the worst driving I've ever seen you do. Congratulations. I guess no, a new note for Christoph saying, "Christoph, you're fired." Uh, well, I mean, I could spend another hour doing the slot machine stuff, right? I don't have the lever, so it'd be the bad slot machine, but I could still do it. All right, so we have to go back outside. Please, no more slots? Okay. Why not? I still have all my odds. No, wait, it was this one. There we go. Alright, we're back down here. Is there any reason to go over there? No. Go into the vault. Hoping that this is... I don't know how many vault keys there are. I'm assuming the Sanctum key is going to be in the last one you find, to make it the hardest for someone to stumble in before they've actually beaten the game. Hey, what if we just start with a vault tomorrow in the outer room? How do we get there? Commissary, observatory, workshop, parlor, boudoir. Okay, so straight. Yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to afford it? I don't need to open it right away. I don't need to go outside. Oh, telescope. Apples are extra, extra delicious. Also, I got all these extra things. What's my key number? 370. I was hoping it was going to be one of those big ones. Okay, stack of cash. That's a Sanctum key. Ooh, baby. All right, we don't need to go back into the vault. Get these gems. Read this note. Uncle, thank you again for all your help. Okay, we have absolute confirmation that Uncle Sinclair was in on it. I know I could never hope to repay you, but it pains me to know that I won't even have the chance to try. At any rate, I'm leaving these extra funds behind, as well as the extra passports. It would be too risky if we were searched at the border, and the money would raise too many suspicions. I think we all want a clean start anyway. I know I do. Mary. Hooray! We did it! We found a Sanctum key. Which door do we open? We got this. We got this. We probably have the best chance of brute forcing Arch Ares because we only need the moat. All right. Hey, chat. Actual question. What do we take tomorrow for the underground, the outer room? I'm going to go to the Sanctum while we figure this out. Because we don't want the vault now. We never want the vault again. Well, I mean, it has a lot of money in it, but we probably never want the vault again. And I'm pretty sure starting from here, we'll have enough steps to get wherever we want. Still think you don't want to draw something that costs 2 in case you draw it first? More than 2? Oh, because if we don't go to the outer room first, and then we find it in the house, and pull it in the house, then it might not appear in the outer room. That's what you're saying? Although it might just let us do it anyway. Probably not, but... I mean, it let us draft the entrance hall. So maybe, like, if we chose the library, we're not going to choose the library. If we chose the library and then we found the library, we might still be able to go outside and choose and get another library. That's like if we find the reading nook after we've already drafted the library, another library shows up. So I don't think we have to worry about that. Do I have the no, the magnifying glass went away. Damn it. Well. Alright, so this is just the moats. So guessing the moats is going to be the easy thing to do. We know it's lightning or stormy. We know we're pretty sure it's there we go, Ariel. And it's violet, which is alternating horizontal and vertical lines. I guess radial and tangential lines. That. Okay, could be 3 vertical lines, which is academic. No. Could be a dot in a box, which is industrial. No. That means it's tribal? Or it means that there's overlap. Or we've gotten something wrong, but I doubt that. Let's try all the modes. Yes, Arch Aries. Which I guess I don't know is... mode of transportation is flight. I just assumed so because mountains. You're totally right. I glanced over at Araja when I was looking at colors. Thank you, chat. Should be yellow, which is squigglies. I guess whatever worst case scenario, it's knowledge and you can pull the monk again. That's true. I wasn't paying attention. That's squigglies. Is it that squigglies? No, that's Fen Aries. That's red. I went right past it, didn't I, when I glanced over at chat. Is it that? I think it might be that. Okay. Then we have... Everything else is right, it's just moats. We'll try our 3 options again. Got... No. It's not tribal. Why is there one weird jagged edge? Oh. Yeah, that one's black instead of white. They must have... not changed that texture or something when they were swapping things over. I don't know. I presumed that things were like black lines when earlier in testing, and then they never changed that one. No. What do you mean no? So that means it's not aviation. which leaves horse, camel, or overlapping with something else. Let's try all the modes to make sure that that's not overlapping with something. Tried these. Okay, let's double check. This is Vera, which is pink, which we've already solved. This is Fenaries, red. This is Kororika, orange. This is Nuance, green. This is Araja, violet. This is Arinda, black. This is Morajai, white. This is this is Archaeries. We know for a fact it's storming because one of the postcards said so, I think. I don't remember where we found it was storming, but we found it was storming. So let's try horse. Maybe they use horses to climb the mountains. They just Skyrim it. So we want to change... yeah, that. That's turtle. That's navel. That's roads. That's horse. Okay, and then we need to change this back to jagged lines. We know it's yellow because classroom. Yeah, yes. It's not tribal. It's not academic. It's not industrial. Okay, so we'll just try everything here. I am very worried that my notes are wrong now. Tried that already. Okay, we're pretty sure that one of them has the same transportation method as someone else, because we only have 7 transportation methods in 8 kingdoms. And Arinda and Fen don't share a transportation method like I thought they would. So maybe when the train network for Arinda was built out, they built it to Arch as well, and Arch is still using them? My notes are such a mess for these rooms. Yeah. So let's try... I mean, we could try Camel, because Camel's right here. Let's try Camel. I need to do this. Nope. Okay. And I have to try tribal again. camel doesn't make sense because the line being flat across means it's like a desert and not like mountains. Okay, yeah, that doesn't make sense. So we try... That's turtle. That's naval. That's roads. We must have skipped it. There we go, trains. We spin this. It'd be sand dunes. Giant mountains of sand dunes. Known for collapsing under their own weight, sand dunes. Alright, so we try this. Alright, they're not tribal. We're pretty sure that none of them share moats. That's it. Back up. So this is not aviation, this is still trains. Because they've never gotten rid of the train system. Ben moved on to roads, and Arch Ares was like, we're gonna keep using these. So now one of these is also aviation. This is this, so these are not. Okay, so we're narrowing stuff down. Let me just erase them, actually. Okay. Never heard of structurally sound sand dunes? Oh no, you're an engineer. I can't bullshit you on this. Ooh. Oh, right. So what did we learn? We learned that they are industrial, stormy trains. I guess keep everything up off the ground so that when floods happen, you don't actually have a lot of property damage. That makes sense. I very much like this musical instrument. I wonder how practical it actually is, because it doesn't look it at all. Industrial? Industrial, yes. Actually, I should cross that off. Thank you. And I should uncross off aviation. Yeah, so we're good there. We arrived here after a few days of sailing. Why would you sail to Arch Ares? Why would it take a few days? It made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way north. Arch Ares is a destination with which I am well acquainted, having traveled here countless times on business for Cinca. This time, however, I will avoid the familiar towns and factories, and will instead trek along the northern coast, an area with which I am wholly unfamiliar. Arch Ares, together we weather. That's clever. after a few days of sailing. Where was I keeping notes on order? I thought I had notes on this. I guess I didn't actually write them down. I must not have. Numbers on the map, thank you. After Morjai, Arch Ares is after sailing. If there is after Morjai, you know what would make most sense is Arinda Ares, Araja, Nuance, I guess Morjai, Vera, Kororika, Arch Ares, back to Arinda. Especially if he's exploring the coast to the north. Trek along the northern coast, so if he came from Kororika, went west to around here or something, and then trekked along the northern coast, that would make sense. Okay. It's very pretty. Alright, let's go solve the Morjai box. Arch Ares was the very first realm to introduce a new color to the traditional monochromatic tiles of the box. Given the number of ship routes and trade relationships between the two realms, this is not surprising. Fittingly, the variation itself was based on the brass compasses manufactured in Arch Ares that were often traded to sailors in exchange for the valued Morjai puzzle boxes. When yellow tiles are pressed, they move north. He also mentioned it would be easier if the railways went north, so I wonder if he came from the south. Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess he wouldn't have come from Kororika. Unless he was saying, like, when I was planning this trip, if those railways were still intact. But, and again, that doesn't make any sense because he wouldn't be complaining that if he was coming from Kororika heading back toward Fen from Arch Ares, he wouldn't be complaining about the railways because he'd just know that I can take the train, or whatever. History lesson, maybe. Alright, yellow go north. Green is... I'm pretty sure it's rotate, right? Swap with opposite side corners, so if it's in the middle, nothing happens. So if I do this and then this will swap. Black is shift row 1 to the left, no matter where it's placed. And gray is gray. So just want to move the yellows to the corners. So I want 2 on top, 2 on bottom, so just do... I don't want to raise that up though. I don't get the second yellow to the bottom. I have to... Let's reset. I have to leave this one on bottom and get green to bottom. can't change anything vertically if I don't move the bottom one. Okay. So how do I get 2 yellows onto the bottom? Do this, then swap this with top, then move this out of the way, then swap it with bottom, then rise this up, swap this to top. There we go. All right. Do we have the same clipping issue over here? Yep, we do. Right over there. That's one of my favorite puzzle boxes. Yeah. All right. So now that we have this, let's go attempt to solve nuance. No, we still are missing too many things. We don't know anything about anything. All right. Where do we end? This is going to be ending the stream as well. The gear room is a good option. Probably the utility closet, because it's a dead-end gear room. Because I don't want to draw dead ends while I'm in the house. I don't mind drawing a dead end in the outer room, because it's going to be a dead end anyway. Is there a better option? I don't think so. Yeah, let's do the utility closet. That's a little weird, isn't it? Walking into utility closet and going, oh, I think I'm done for the day. Just falling asleep. Big comfy closet. It is a little weird that the room is so large just to have an electrical panel in it and nothing else. Cozy? Have a snooze in the coat rack? There's no coat rack in that room. There's a breaker box and a machine in the corner that I'm not sure what it is. And a lot of empty space. Put a chair in... Yeah, this closet here. Not like the walk-in closet. I could see someone, like... It's a little weird, but like sitting down and having a quick nap or something. I don't know. That's a little weird. Just don't do it on the wrong side of the secret wall. Open the back of it so you have more room to lie down. That's fair. Lie down there and then be trapped tomorrow. As the wall closes and I'm stuck on the other side. What are you? You're just generic box, aren't you? Part of a ventilation system with no ventilation. I don't know. Alright. Call it a day. That's going to do it for today for Blueprints. Thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. Thank you again, Shinigami, for that follow. If you missed anything and you want to catch up, I upload all of my VODs to youtube.com/@FadedOasis. Garden Shopping Center again. If you want to catch me live, I stream 5 days a week, probably 6 days a week at twitch.tv/FadedOasis. And coming up on stream, tomorrow I am. Right, it's Sundays with Friends, and we're doing some cheese rolling. Which looks like a goofy game that we're gonna play for a little bit and then probably switch to something else. But hey, it might be there might be more to that game than I thought, and we might play cheese rolling all stream. It's gonna be fun throwing ourselves down a hill. On Monday, I'm building more Lego Lord of the Rings Rivendell. We probably have 2 streams left of that, getting very close to the end. Is it like marbles? So there's I want to say Dutch tradition, like a holiday event or an activity they do every year where they roll a wheel of cheese down a big hill, and they just have a whole bunch of people chasing the cheese down the hill to try and catch it. It's a UK thing? Did not realize that. Wow, okay. Uh yeah, so then you're aware of it. This is, I mean, maybe they do that elsewhere. Maybe. I don't know if maybe it started. I don't, okay, hold on. New tab. Cheese rolling. It is just an English tradition. I was totally wrong. I don't know where I read Dutch. I might have read it about something else and got my wires crossed, but I was totally mistaken. Sorry. Yeah, so there's a game where you do that. You roll a cheese down a hill and then everyone chases it. You have pins on your hat today? I have pins on my hat every day. Gloucester makes sense. Held on the Spring Bank holiday at Cooper's Hill at Brockworth near Gloucester, England. Okay, so yeah. Uh, yeah, Lego Lord of the Rings Rivendell on Monday. I'm almost done with that. 2 more streams or so. It's gonna look very nice, and then I'll be able to complete this hole in the shelf where we've got the tower and the pagoda bench thing. It's gonna go here. The rest of it. On Tuesday, Hades 2, and on Thursday, more Mario 64 Bingo/Ascend. I played a little bit of that earlier today. That was very fun. I gotta upload that VOD. Um, yeah. Mario 64 bingo boards are fun as heck. Anyway, that's gonna do it. Thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. And I'll see everyone later. Bye.